Take a look at this Monster Energy Ultra Watermelon. Very intense looking can. Has a nice texture to it that they tend to do with their cans. Very cool. Also a bright green topper and then the black tab on there with their logo. So Monster is good at branding at the very least. 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. 0% juice, 10 calories, 180 milligrams of sodium, which is a lot for a drink. So be drinking your sodium. Does that say 8% of the daily value? Then there's that low calorie sweetener, erythritol. We've got B3, B6, B12, and B5 of pretty high amounts. And then we've got carbonated water, citric acid, that erythritol stuff, however you pronounce it, taurine, natural and artificial flavors, sodium citrate, fennec ginseng flavor, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, caffeine, ascorbic acid for the preservative, sucralose, another low-calorie sweetener, benzoic acid, some of the vitamins, aspartame, potassium, another low-calorie sweetener, sugar alternative. Yeah, a lot going on here. And then 150 milligrams of caffeine. Oh, and also the red 40 coloring, in addition to vegetable juice for color. So I guess they really wanted it to be red. There's their marketing info. I'm not going to bother reading that. I'm going to try this from the can real quick. There it is. You can see some of the carbonation. It doesn't really look like it has a lot of carbonation, especially when pouring it into a glass. It is very red. No surprise. They added red 40 coloring to it. And then also juice for color. Vegetable juice for color. So I guess they really wanted it to be red. Yeah. Anyways, that's what it looks like. There we go. And this is the Monster Energy Ultra Watermelon. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't have a strong smell. Yeah, some sort of melon smell, but it's pretty minimal. Anyways, we can try this out. There still is some carbonation. It is relatively acidic, and there is some sourness to it. I would assume it's all of those acids that are in here, like the citric. Does it have citric acid? Let's see. Has benzoic acid, sorbic acid. Citric acid is way at the top, yeah. So citric acid is probably more of a flavor component than anything else. Definitely notice it. Does it taste like watermelon? Yeah, I would say that it has a sort of watermelon-esque flavor to it. if a watermelon were very sour and citric flavor. So it's got 3 different sugar types in here, like sugar alternatives. The erythritol, erythritol, the sucralose, and also the ACE-K, acephane potassium. So do your research on those and understand what you're drinking, because those alternatives to sugar do have a bit of research at this point, although it's mixed. I don't want to go into it, but yeah, you can read up on it and understand what you're drinking. So I obviously do these reviews, so it's a thing. I'm used to it, but I don't go out of my way specifically to drink those all the time. I think this drink would be fine pouring it into a glass, adding some ice, be decently refreshing. You're going to lose. There really isn't much carbonation to begin with. When I tried it from the can, it didn't have a huge amount more than from the glass, when you'd lose a lot by pouring it into the glass to begin with. But I think it'd still be pleasant, like with ice and such. There is enough, sorry, there is enough flavor that I think that would work well. As energy drinks go, I do think this one doesn't have as much of that classic, highly manufactured, highly odd tasting drink. The flavoring in here is pretty reasonable. You're getting that watermelon type flavor. You're getting like a sourness, a tartness to the drink. And obviously it's not natural tasting, but I think it's decent tasting for what it is. Sorry. Yeah. So if you are okay with these various sweeteners that they're using in the drink, might be one to check out if you like any sort of watermelon type flavor. To me, it would remind me more of like I used to chew watermelon gum when I was a kid. That's kind of the direction that I would put this in the flavor profile. Obviously, without any actual watermelon. This is 0% juice. It's just not going to taste. I think watermelon's a difficult one to mimic in reality, like an actual watermelon. So it's just not going to taste like an actual watermelon, but it's kind of watermelon-esque flavor plus all of that sourness and the tartness. Yeah. So that was the Monster Energy Ultra Watermelon Energy Drink.